Zuper enables field service businesses to empower their field crew and offer unrivaled customer service. When combined, the Zoho suite of business applications and Zuper help you manage your business operations efficiently. With Zuper-Zoho integration, you can eliminate data silos, seamlessly connect your preferred Zoho apps with Zuper, and minimize manual intervention. Thanks to the combined power of Zoho and Zuper, you can now save hundreds of hours annually. Let us see the power of Zoho and Zuper integration. Zoho CRM allows the creation of deals and manages the entire sales lifecycle. A Zoho deal is pushed to Zuper as a work order to facilitate service, installation, and inspection. Zoho Inventory helps track the consumption of parts and services by your field team. Zoho Projects converts any task or issue to a Zuper work order instantly. Zoho Calendar keeps track of all the scheduled work in one place. Zoho People seamlessly captures the day in, day out, time off, and timesheet data submitted by field teams in the Zuper mobile app. Zoho Books syncs the invoices, estimates, and payment-related data from Zuper to streamline your accounting process. And finally, Zoho Desk simplifies customer service by connecting with Zuper in real time to retrieve status updates and job progress. The integration of these two powerful apps will improve your sales cycle, eliminate redundancy, and save time and resources. Let us look at a solar panel installation use case to understand how this integration works. A solar panel installation is a multi-step process that spans multiple days. Ideally, the most common steps involved in this process are 1. Site inspection, evaluating the location and the electrical capacity of the building. 2. Equipment design, ordering necessary parts based on the assessment. 3. Installation and testing, mounting panels, installing inverters, and other necessary components. In this demo, we'll see how the Zoho and Zuper integration helps streamline the site inspection and installation processes. Let us see a small example of how the two-way sync in Zuper and Zoho works. Every contact created in Zoho will become a customer in Zuper. Also, a Zoho account becomes an organization in Zuper. In this case, let us see the site inspection use case in action. Open Zoho CRM. Select the Deals tab from the top menu. Here, you can see the list of all the deals available in your account. You can either choose one from the list or create a new deal by clicking on this button. Click on the Create Deal button. This will open the Create Deal page. Under the Deal Information section, we'll enter the contact person's name. Next, let's enter the deal name as Solar Roof Inspection and Installation. Now, we'll select the account name from the drop-down menu. We'll enter the closing date as December 31, 2022. If you scroll down, you'll see a section where job information fetched from Zuper will be displayed. As we're just creating the deal, this section is currently empty. Finally, let's click on Save to create a new deal. And that's it! We've successfully created a new deal in Zoho CRM. Here's the deal page. The stage bar in Zoho CRM is a visual representation of a deal's progress. Right now, the deal is in the qualification stage. And on the left, you can see quick access options. In the center, the current status of the deal, and details like deal owner, stage, and more. When you scroll down, you can see sections that are fetched from the Zuper web app. It has two sections, one for inspection and another for installation. These sections will include anything from job status updates to scheduling details, inspection due dates, and more. Let us initiate a site inspection by assigning a date in the inspection due date field. The status is now changed to need analysis. Let's switch to the Zuper dashboard to see if the changes reflect. Let's navigate to the Jobs module on the left pane. This will take us to the Jobs listing page where we can use the sorting option to list jobs by creation date, scheduled date and time, job ID, and more. We'll use this to find the recently created job. Next, let's select the Solar Roof Inspection and Installation deal that was created in Zoho and push to Zuper for field operations. This is the job details page in Zuper. On the left pane, you'll see the status of the job. The center pane offers more details such as job category, priority, type, and critical dates. You'll also see the service and billing address, which is fetched from Zoho, and the Zoho deal ID to which this job is linked to. The right pane lists the job scheduled date, the employee assigned to this job, the customer, the organization, and any contract associated with this job. Now let's assign a technician to this job by clicking on Assign Employee button and then selecting the most suitable technician from the list. Next, let's schedule the job by clicking on the Schedule Job button and selecting the job start date and time along with an approximate job end date and time. You'll receive a pop-up message confirming that the job is scheduled successfully. All the changes made in the Zuper web app will reflect in the Zuper section on the Zoho Deal page. To verify this, go back to Zoho CRM and check the Zuper Job section. There you will see the job status updates made in Zuper displayed, including the Zuper Inspection Job ID, the technician's name in the Zuper Inspection Assigned User field, and the inspection due date set to December 26. Once a technician is assigned to a job, they can access job details, customer service location, and more from the Zuper mobile app. Let's pretend that we're logging in as Jonah Johnson, a technician, and check if the job is displayed under the technician's job list. Jonah is now logged in and can view the job that has been assigned to him. By clicking on that job, he will get an option to either accept or reject it. You can see the Zoho Deal ID in this job overview. As soon as he accepts the job, he will get a pop-up message that the job acceptance has been updated successfully. Now he can access the job details page. All necessary information like the due date, service address, customer location, technician details, and even the Zoho Deal ID is available. Once Jonah reads through and gets an idea of the job, he is ready to start his travel. Zuper allows businesses to predefine status updates that differentiate a job's progress. In this case, Jonah can choose On My Way from the available options. Once the technician confirms his action, a new pop-up will open up where Jonah can select an ETA and add remarks. This action will trigger an automated ETA alert to the customer with a tracking link. Once that is done, Jonah can choose a navigation option to reach the location. Once the technician updates the job status to On My Way, back-office staff and supervisors can track the real-time location of the technician from the Zuper web app. To do this, first, click on the Track Employee button in the Job Status checklist. This will take you to the location tracking page where you can see the real-time location of the technician on the map. Now let us check if the technician's job updates are displayed in the Zoho CRM. Switch to Zoho CRM and navigate to the Zuper Job section in the Deal Details. Under the Zuper Inspection Job Details section, you will be able to see the job status that was updated in Zuper. In this case, the job status will be displayed as On My Way. Let's assume that the technician has reached the customer's location. We will log back into the Zuper mobile app as Jonah, where he will update the status to Started. Once the technician confirms the action, the status will change to Started and the time and date information will be captured. As a part of the site inspection process, Jonah can add images and notes to the job by clicking on the Add Notes button. The Notes section can be used to capture material requirements, and technicians can take images of the site and attach it to the note attachments. By clicking on Save Note, the note will be saved. You can see the updated note in the Notes section with the image attachment. Now that the inspection is complete, the job status can be changed to Completed. When Jonah marks the job as completed, he will be prompted to submit supporting documents like notes and pictures. These checklists can be set up for any status based on the business need, and you can add as many questions as possible to your form. In this case, the checklist is created to take the inspection detail as notes, pictures, and the customer's signature on job completion. Once the customer's signature and comments are submitted, the job status will be marked as complete. Now that the technician has marked the solar inspection job status as complete, let us move to the Zuper web app to verify that. In the Job Details page, the job checklist displays all the information from the job start time and date to the completion time along with the final checklist and customer signature. By clicking on the View Checklist option, you will be able to see all the information that has been captured during the inspection. This includes the attached notes, images, and other attachments. This feature allows managers and supervisors to easily review the job and make sure that everything has been completed according to specifications, and also share with other team members if needed. Before progressing with the installation phase of the project, let us take a moment to return to Zoho CRM and confirm that the job status updates, notes, and other relevant information have been properly synced. In the Deal Overview page, scroll down to the Zuper Inspection Job Details section. Under this section, you will be able to see that Zuper inspection images and notes are updated properly. After the inspection is done, you should order any equipment needed for the project. If the customer needs financing, you should offer them that option as well. Offering financing options allows solar businesses to spread the cost of a solar installation over time, which can improve their cash flow. Zoho makes it easy for field service businesses to create purchase orders, track equipment status, and offer loans to customers. Once the equipment arrives and the loan agreement is signed, you can begin the installation process. Let us now move the deal to the installation stage. Scroll down to the Zuper Installation Job Details section and select the installation due date as December 30, 2022. The process of moving the deal to the installation phase in Zoho CRM will create a new job in Zuper. When you go to the Job Details page in Zuper, it will display all the details available in Zoho, including the Zoho Deal ID. Click on Schedule Job. I am selecting the start date as December 30th, 5:00 p.m., and the end time as December 31st, 11:30 a.m. Assign a technician using the Assign Employee button. It will list all available technicians, and you can pick the right technician from the list. Click on the Assign button next to Jonah Johnson to assign this job. Again, this information will be synced, and this can be seen on the Zoho CRM deal. There you can see the Zuper job ID, due date, assigned user, and the team. In order to meet customer needs, additional parts or services can be incorporated into the job, either through Zoho or using Zuper. In this case, as Jomas requires 2 aluminum frames to complete the installation process, they have been added to the job from Zuper. Zuper allows you to connect easily to the Zoho suite of apps and make updates with ease. In this case, when you update the inventory of aluminum frames on Zuper, it will automatically reflect in Zoho Books under all items. As of now, both Zuper and Zoho Books show the availability of aluminum frames as 402. Now that we have added the aluminum frame to the job, let us create a quote and share it with the customer. You can create a new quote for the job by clicking on the More Actions button and selecting a new quote. In the new quote page, you can see that most of the details are already available. To fill out the service contact info, select the Save as Billing Contact checkbox. In the quote details section, select a quote expiry date, add any remarks, add new item or item group. Click on Save as Draft to save the quote. Now let us double-check all information. As everything seems to be in order, let us click on the Send option. This will open the Send Quote pop-up. Enter the receiver's email ID, add additional email recipients as CC, enter an email subject and body, and finally click on Send. Once the quote is successfully shared with the customer, you will see a pop-up confirmation. By clicking on the More dropdown, you can update the quote's status and do other actions. With Zuper's seamless integration with the Zoho suite, any quotes or invoices created in the Zuper web or mobile app will also reflect in Zoho Books. So whether you create the quote in Zuper or Zoho Books, it will be visible on both platforms. Let's switch to the Zoho Books dashboard. Under the Estimates section, you will find the quotation that we created in Zuper. By clicking on the estimate, you can see that all the details are synced over from Zuper. You have the option to either send estimate or mark as sent. Let us mark it as sent here. Once the quote is sent to a customer, they can review the quote to accept or reject it. Here, for demo purposes, let's go back to Zuper's quotation module and manually mark this specific quote as accepted. Now, when you go back to the job details page, you can see the quotation details below the organization. When you view the quotation, the progress bar clearly shows that the quote has been accepted. You have the option to generate an invoice from this quote by clicking on More and selecting Convert to Invoice. Let us verify that all the available information is accurate. Once that is done, click on Save as Draft to successfully create a new invoice. In Zoho Books, we can find the newly created invoice under the Invoices section. On moving back to Zuper, you have the option to share the invoice with the customer or simply click Skip Send and make payment if the customer made the payment in advance. You will be prompted to enter payment details like the mode of payment, cash, card, wire transfer, amount paid, payment reference number, payment date, and remarks. Select the Send Receipt/Thank You Note and click Mark as Paid to change the invoice status to paid and share the receipt copy with the customer. Now the confirmation pop-up and invoice progress bar clearly show that it has been paid. Now that the invoice is paid, switch to Zoho Inventory to review the material availability and consumption. In the Zoho Inventory app, navigate to the Inventory Items page. Locate the aluminum frame item in the list of active items. On the Item Details page, you can see an overview of the item, including the item's SKU, Zuper product ID, cost price, sales information, and more. On the right, you can clearly see that the opening stock was 402, and now that the invoice is paid, the stock on hand is 400. This way you can monitor the stock levels, track the consumption of materials, and quickly reorder them if necessary. As all the necessary materials have been obtained, the technician can proceed to begin the job. Let us go back to the Zuper mobile app to update the job status. When the technician tries to change the job status, he will be prompted to take a before photo as part of the job checklist. Once the photo is taken, attached and job notes are added, the status of the job will be updated as started. Let's now go to the Zuper web app to confirm that the solar installation job has been marked as started. In the Job Details page, you will find all relevant information, including the job start time and date, as well as the checklist that includes the before photo and notes taken by the technician. Clicking on the View Checklist option in the Job Status section will display the image attachment and notes updated by the technician. In Zoho CRM, navigate to the Zuper Job Details section to check the current status of the job. It should now be marked as started. A solar installation can be a single or multi-day process, so using Zuper, it is possible to accurately track the duration and activities of a solar installation job that takes place over multiple days to calculate efforts and labor charges. Switch to Zuper mobile app. The job status can be updated to completed once the installation is finished. The technician will be prompted to add any supporting documents like notes and after pictures, as well as completing a checklist task to obtain the customer's signature and feedback on the inspection. Once the customer has signed and provided their comments, the job will be marked as fully completed. Let's switch back to the Zuper web app. When the job is completed, the Job Details page in the Zuper web app will display the final image attachments and completion notes in the left pane. Additionally, the Notes section displays the notes entered during the job and image attachments, while the Activity section provides more detailed information about the events that took place during its execution. Let us go back to Zoho CRM to view the latest update. Scroll down to the Zuper Job Details section. The status is marked as completed. Under the Zuper Installation Job section, you can see the images and notes added by the field technician. I hope this demonstration sheds light on how a solar business can use Zoho and Zuper to perform solar panel inspection and installation processes. What's more, it is not just restricted to the solar industry. Any field service business can elevate its operations using this integration. Thank you for choosing us. Click on the link in the description below to schedule a personalized demo with us, and subscribe to our channel for other exciting news and updates.